Hello everybody, welcome to the 3D market commentary for today. Let me just put the disclaimers up there on the top left hand side of the screen, so please read them. If you need to pause the video to do so, then by all means do that. Now my name is Becky, I'll be taking the 3D market commentary today. Now the 3D market commentary is a video that we do every day, Monday to Friday, to accompany an email that we send to our free members. Now that email goes into major world markets, and for each of the markets we look at 3 statistical elements, hence why we call it a 3D market commentary. Now you've got different places you can go for support. You have my email address, which is becky@tradewithufos.com. You have the support email address, which is support@tradewithufos.com. You've also got this link here, which is tradewithufos.com/Becky. So if I bring that up, from here, you can get different apps and platforms. You can scroll down and book one-on-one coaching if you'd like. If you scroll a bit further, you'll see that there's loads of different questions here, a few pages worth of essentially frequently asked questions that you can go to find out answers to the questions that you might have. If the question you have is not on here, then you can log in for free and post it here and hopefully do somebody else that favour later down the line by providing them with a place to go to get their questions answered. So those are the different resources that you can use. So let's now go into have a look at the actual email that I was talking about, which of course corresponds with market data, which we have here on the right hand side. So for each of our markets, we are looking at 3 different elements. The first thing is what we call market climate. Essentially what that means is what is the likely upcoming market direction? Is it likely to go up? Is it likely to go down? Or is it not really likely to go either direction? Now we use technology to help us. We use this app called AutoClimate, which helps us figure out the answer to that question. If we ignore the lines and just focus on the dots, then what AutoClimate shows us is a thick blue dot telling us probabilities upwards. A thick red dot would show us probability is downwards, and a thin dot of either colour tells us probability is in neither direction. So we'll look at that per market to understand where probabilities lie. Then we'll look at what we call buy and sell UFOs. UFO stands for unfilled orders in this context. And what it means is, where do we have buy orders, meaning lots of buying? Where do we have sell orders, meaning lots of selling? And therefore, where is price likely to turn from? Buyers push price up, sellers push price down. So again, we use an app. This app is called Auto UFOs. And we can see here these little green UFOs with the prices on the right-hand side. Those show us where buyers are. We have little red UFOs with prices on the right-hand side, showing us where sellers are. So we'll look at that per market as well. And then we'll look at market volatility, which again is essentially how quickly we expect markets to go up or down. So we'll look at each of those elements per market, starting with the S&P 500. We are looking at daily charts for each of these markets. So different things happen on different time frames. We are looking and focused on the daily time frame, daily chart. So the S&P 500 is the top 500 US stocks. And what we have here, similar to a lot of our markets today, we have a thin dot, meaning not enough probability in either direction. This market doesn't know what it's doing on this time frame. Now we do have sellers reasonably close by. They are between 4484.5 to 4422.75. We've got buyers a little way below us at 3983.75 to 3933.75. So overall, probability in neither direction at the moment, but if we were to hit these sellers, we would expect them to push price down. So we'll see what happens, but for the time being, nothing either direction. In terms of volatility, we'd expect movement up or down in 1 year on the S&P 500 of 33.77%. In a day, that's up or down of 91.97 points. In a week, 202.46 points, and in a month, 421.45 points, up or down. So that's the S&P 500. Now moving on to the next market, which is crude oil. Now before I do that, just to highlight here where you can go to look at the different courses that we offer. We do courses in futures, stocks, forex, backtesting, trading plans, and psychology. Now, they're affordable and, of course, very helpful if you need help in any of those things. Now, most of our courses come with a 3-month complimentary access to the apps that we use. So AutoClimate is a free app, this one down here. It's a free app on most platforms you can get it on. Auto UFOs, which is this one here that shows us the buyers and the sellers, is a paid for subscription, monthly subscription, which you can sign up to on different platforms. Depending on which platform you sign up on, depends on how much it costs. But you can subscribe directly for the auto UFOs themselves. You don't have to do a course in order to get them. However, most of the time, getting a course and getting 3 months free access to the apps is cheaper than just getting the apps. So check that out and see what works better for you. So crude oil has a thick blue dot, probability upwards. We have buyers here between 100.54 to 87.46. So overall, probability up there for oil. Not surprising, really. Now, with volatility, we'd expect movement up or down in 1 year by 64.37%. So in a day, 4.46 points up or down. In a week, 9.81 points. And in 1 month, 20.43 points. That's crude oil. Moving on to gold. As I load gold, just to point attention down here to our coaching and support. We do a lot of coaching and support for free. So you can find us on YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn. You can, of course, email us and have a look at our frequently asked questions. So we're happy to help you in any of those ways, of course, for free. Now, we do have a closed coaching community, which is a small monthly fee to have access to more resources and live trading videos. So check that out if you want to. Otherwise, like I said, a lot of it is for free. Okay, let me just squish this chart down of gold so we can see the sellers on this one. So we have a thick blue dot, probability upwards. We have sellers up here between 2060.8 to 2027.8. We have buyers down here at 1815.8 to 1788.5. Now we're quite far away from either of those, not close to buyers or sellers right now. So overall, probability coming to the upside, which is coming from the climate there. In terms of volatility, we'd expect movement up or down in 1 year on gold of 22.94%. So in a day, 28.16 points. In a week, 62 points. And in a month, 129.07 points, either up or down. Okay. The next market is the US dollar. So let's load this one. Now with the US dollar, we have recent push to the upside. I mean, it's been going up for a little while, but recently quite a bit. We have buyers, thick blue dot that helps us with that. And we have buyers here between 97.85 to 97.295. Now, we are close to sellers. They are between 99.36 to 98.715. So what this means is we have buyers pushing up, coming from the climate, so probability upwards, but we are about to have sellers pushing down. So when you have buyers and sellers fighting, who knows who has more in their camp, right? If there are more buyers, price will go up. If there are more sellers, price will go down. We have no way of knowing which of them have the highest amount, which means I would say best to keep out of trades that involve the dollar at this point, because we're in a position where we don't have clear direction one way or the other. In terms of volatility, we'd expect on the US dollar movement up or down in a year of 10.73%. In a day, that's 0.66 points. In a week, 1.46 points. And in a month, 3.04 points. Okay, last but not least is bakkt Bitcoin. So let's take a look at this. Just to point your attention down here towards our top platform. Top stands for Predictive Options Planner. Now, if you're an options trader, this is especially useful because it has exclusive apps that can help you with your options trading. But equally, if you are a stocks or futures or forex trader, you can use Top, depending on which broker you're connected to also analyze and trade those markets, or just for analysis and use all of the apps integrated. Okay, so bakkt Bitcoin. We have a thin dot, indecision, kind of like the US stock market itself at the moment, indecision, not enough probability in either direction. Now, not surprising, is because we have buyers close by between 39,745 to 34,497.5, and we have sellers here between 45,205 to 42,935. So we've got buyers and sellers close by, kind of keeping price in a range at the moment. So we'll see what happens there. At the moment, not enough probability in either direction. In terms of volatility, we'd expect movement up or down in 1 year of 74.15%. In a day, that's 1,948.05 points. In a week, that's 4,288.42 points. And in a month is 8,927.06 points. So that's backed Bitcoin. Now, we've looked at each of our markets now, and for each of our markets, we have looked at 3 major statistical elements. We've looked at market climate, the upcoming or the likely upcoming market direction. We used AutoClimate to help us with that. Did we have a thin dot and price was probable to go in neither direction? Did we have a blue dot, therefore price is likely to go up, or a thick red dot, therefore price is likely to go down? So we've looked at that per market. We then looked at buy and sell UFOs, using the Auto UFO app to show us where we have buyers that could push price up, where we have sellers that could push price down. And then we looked at volatility, which is how far we expect these markets to move within given periods of time. Now, the last thing to look at is our weekly economic calendar, which comes from fxstreet.com. We filter by high impact news because we want to know which scheduled news reports are likely to impact the markets that we're trading. Now, of course, there's always unexpected news reports. You can almost expect that will happen, right? Unexpected things happen in the world that could affect the markets, especially at the moment with what is going on in Ukraine. So, of course, as traders, we need to be aware of increased volatility there. Now, today, in terms of scheduled news reports, we had some news out this morning that could have affected European markets or the euro, and we have some news that's literally just being announced, I believe, non-farm payrolls in the US that could affect US markets or the US dollar. So be aware of those. Any questions, you can email me, or you can go to tradewithufos.com/Becky. Get yourself different apps and platforms from here. Book one-on-one coaching if you'd like, or scroll down. Hopefully the question that you have has already been answered. If not, you can log in for free and ask it there. Okay, today being Friday, I will wish you guys a great end to your trading week, a great weekend ahead, and I will see you on Monday morning. Take care.